the team loves to bring me these viral videos. Is this on TikTok? No? This is a YouTube video. All right, so for our listening audience, this is why you need to go watch the show on YouTube and watch our clips. All right? And I apologize to our studio audience. You'll be able to hear this. You won't be able to see it, but I'm talking to the team. We got to get a video monitor for you to be able to fully engage. But anyway, here we go. This is a viral quiet quitter. And again, this quiet quitting idea, this idea of I'm only going to do the bare minimum because, Ken, I'm tired of being burned out. I'm tired of being mistreated. I get all of that. But the answer is not for you to self-select average. The answer is for you to get in a better environment where you don't want to have that mindset. You're just like, man, I'm on fire, baby. I'm getting after it. I'm crushing it. Because I'm here to tell you all right now, I'm bone tired. By the way, if I hear one more single person with no kids in this office tell me how tired they are, Nathan, I'm going to go, Nathan and I'd like to take you to lunch. Nathan's in the little kid stage. I'm in the teenage stage. Nathan is in the physical exhaustion stage. I'm in the mental and emotional exhaustion stage. And then I'm working my butt off. I've been traveling all over the country. Sacramento, San Antonio, Minneapolis, Phoenix. I'm tired. New York. I'm tired. But I'm fired up. When you look at me right now, listen to me, do I come across as exhausted? Don't talk about the bags under my eyes. I'm talking about my energy. But I want to point out, quiet quitting is the result of you being in the wrong role and in the wrong place, or any combination thereof. So anyway, this is a guy by the name of Vincent Chan. He's a YouTuber. His channel's got 19 million views, a lot more than mine. Quiet quitting my job changed my life. This is the video. So let's roll this.
So in 2020, I quiet quit my job, and it was, without a doubt, the best decision of my life.
And since then, I've created several online businesses and became financially free. While the world was at a standstill from the pandemic, a brand new movement was born in China called lying flat. Many young people were increasingly pressured to work harder, to outperform their peers, and dedicate their lives to their jobs. So they retaliated by not doing their jobs. And people now are adopting this revolutionary mindset in the US where, and hear me out because it does get quite radical, instead of people living to work, they work to live.
Okay, now let's just pause. So this has gotten a lot of views, and it drives me nuts because he's mixing metaphors. He's talking about quiet quitting. I quiet quit my way into starting multiple jobs. I'm already calling bullcrap on this. We'll go through the video, but I'm already calling bullcrap. He didn't quiet quit his way into that. He's playing off of a trend, and then he's doing the whole the American music and, oh, this is a trend and blah, 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 blah. None of this is new. None of it. None of it's new. I'll explain more. Here we go.
Crazy. I know. But let's be perfectly clear. Quiet quitters aren't actually piecing out and quitting their jobs. It's more like this. Hey, Jump, new assignment on my desk tomorrow at 8 a.m. Sorry, boss, no can do. I'm only paid from 9 to 5, and it's already 5:01. Unless you want to pay me overtime? Ha ha ha. Always a jokester. How about this? I'll pay you with my appreciation instead. Good luck with that. I'll see you tomorrow at 9. Wait, hold on. Maybe I should ask for overtime too. Quiet quitting is simply just no longer going above and beyond for a job that refuses to match your increase in effort with an increase in pay. For example,
okay, now, this is how this is all being positioned. He is glorifying average. This guy is making average sound cute. All right, now here's the deal. That's why it's a false narrative. The answer is not, I'm not going to stay for 1 minute longer, which, by the way, not one of those snowflakes would have that conversation. Not one of them. Not one of them would have the guts to actually do what he dramatized. They wouldn't. They wouldn't do it at all. Now, but again, that's not my point. The bigger point is the narrative isn't, well, they're overworking me and they don't appreciate me, so I'm not going to do a good job, or I'm not going to. The narrative is, why are you allowing yourself to stay in that environment? This isn't about a protest. This is your life. So instead of quiet quitting, and they're glorifying, this young man is glorifying this. Let me tell you that he's made it all cute with his bells and whistles and Buzz Lightyears and everything. Let me tell you what it does. If you prescribe to what he's saying so far in the video, then here's what you're going to do. Your soul is going to slowly be sucked out of your body. And under the guise of, I am I'm anti this or I am protesting, you are actually doing yourself a disservice. Because when you show up and you do soulless, lifeless, meaningless work, you aren't doing yourself a favor at all. You may not be stressed out, but I can promise you this, you will be burned out if you have no purpose and meaning in your work other than a paycheck. And this young man's also wrong that it's like a little slight at the American ideal of hard work and hustle. Can I tell you something? You shouldn't just work for a paycheck. That's what he's saying. Just work for a paycheck. That's going to get you a soulless, meaningless life. I guarantee it. Let's keep going.
Well, not only did I do my assigned job at work, I would then go into the bathroom, put on my clown makeup, and actively seek out more work from my bosses, volunteering to help out with a never-ending list of additional projects, like my dumb wasn't already working 70 hours weeks. And my absolute favorite part about this? Free labor. I wasn't getting paid more to do any of this. So what exactly was I hoping for in the end? That I would be blessed with a 1% raise at the end of the year so I can afford to see a doctor and ask if it's medically okay that my blood is now...
No, false narrative. You were scared. You were scared to look for something else. Your true protest is not quiet quitting. Your true protest is quitting to something better, to not accept horrible culture and horrible leadership. I don't in any way dispute the stress by horrible leadership, but this idea that I'm just going to go through the motions and cheat on the company because that's where this is going, watch.
Composed of 90% black coffee. I was indoctrinated to believe that my worth as a person was defined by how hard I could work and how much I could accomplish for someone else. What fascinates me is that companies expect undying loyalty from their workers, but when profits are in question or the CEO wants a new Lamborghini, that loyalty is never reciprocated. Understand this. If your company's profits start to suffer and they don't make that second $1 billion that they need to, they have no problem getting rid of you. And they also don't give half a Snickers bar about their customers either. Remember when these companies pinky promised that they were struggling and they needed to raise prices to offset costs because of inflation? But out of 100 US corporations analyzed, net profits were actually up by a median of 49.
All right, now that is correct. I want to call it out. I want to give credit where credit is due. That is correct. But again, your answer to this is not to doubt capitalism altogether and say that every company's evil and everything else. If you're not in a good, healthy culture, that's on you. You can move on. Companies are going to lay people off. They're going to do that when profits start to hurt. When inflation goes up, they're going to raise prices. That's how it is. Do I like it? No, I don't like it sometimes. I think companies can decide at some point, maybe we'll drop our profit share a little bit, but with public companies and stock prices, this is a big game that you can't change.
9% in 2022, and in one company's case, as much as 111,000%. If that's called struggling, then sign me up. Thinking back, there was one particular conversation I had a few years ago that completely changed my life. And it was the final straw that convinced me to become a quiet quitter, way before it became trendy, which means that I'm kind of an OG. It went like this. Hey man, I'm really worried about putting more effort into my side hustle and focusing less on my real job. Why? What's the worst that can happen? Well, everything can fail. I can lose my job and my side hustle doesn't make anything. Yeah, and what would you do next? I would have to look for another job then. Exactly, you can't lose. Your worst case scenario is you end up in the same scenario that you currently are in.
All right, so I know where this is going. What he's saying is, hey, I have a side hustle. I'm all for the side hustle, but don't steal from your current company. Bust it, get it ready to walk into. Quiet quitting isn't the answer. It's quitting strategically.